All right, welcome back to my OS hacking and development environment. Today I'm going to be implementing hover events um, so that I can make a neat toolbar effect. So I really want to recreate that the so-called coolbar from Office 97, um, where like you would hover over these kind of toolbar buttons and they would sort of um, pop a little bit, showing you that these are clickable. Um, and then, yeah, you could click them and get that clicky look. But currently, I don't have a way to detect that I'm hovering over some arbitrary GWidget. So I'm going to have to add support for that, and that's going to have to start all the way in the Windows server. So I thought I would add something like enter and leave events for Windows, um, because the main problem with implementing hover right now is that I have no way of knowing that the mouse cursor has left a window. So every window can like track the mouse cursor while it's inside it, but once it leaves, then it no longer receives events, which is fine. And I even have a way to track the mouse cursor globally, but I don't want to enable that mode for every window that happens to have a like a hover event listener inside of it, because then like we would very likely end up with tons of windows just receiving every single mouse event. So that's obviously not good. So I thought I would just go ahead and add um, this, enter and leave events for the windows instead. And the way I'm going to do that is that I'm going to have the window manager track which window is the currently hovered window. And I guess I can just add that here next to mActive window. Let's use a weak putter in case the window goes away for whatever reason. It probably doesn't, but I like to use weak putter if I can. Hovered window. Um, okay, and then in the window manager, handle mouse, no, what is it? Process mouse event? Yeah, process mouse event. Okay, and then we have so let's see. Yeah, so this is where we go through the windows and figure out. Actually, this is where we implement the global cursor tracking that I was talking about. Here we handle the windows from menus, and this is the meat of the mouse event stuff in the window manager. So let's see, if it's not a menu, then blah blah blah. So this is for clicking, and we also handle the close button. So this stuff here I want to refactor later on, because the close button is really weirdly hard-coded in the window manager. But let's see. Yes, here, this window that we're looping over contains the mouse event. So this guy here effectively becomes the new hovered window. So let's see. Mouse down. So let's say set hovered window. Yeah. Wait, does this make sense? Hold on. I'm thinking about all these early returns and stuff here. Because when we're dragging a window, we don't care about hover events for other things, because dragging sort of takes priority over everything else that's going on. And this is all dragging. And then there's the global tracking. There's some menus, but I guess if we get here, then at this point, like if you start moving the cursor over a menu or something, then we still want to unhover um, anything that was previously hovered. Okay. So, and who calls this? On message. Okay. Okay. Then let's say process mouse event. It can be kind of cheeky here and do something like WS window. Window, event window. And then we can go like, and then we'll sort of fill in that pointer. And then if event window, set hovered window. Yeah, we'll do like that actually. And because then process mouse event can sort of fill in who ended up receiving the event. That would be kind of cute. WS window. And then we'll say start up by making a null putter. And then if somebody receives the event, then we can do this. That would be pretty cool. And then we needed to add that set hovered window thingy. So let's see, let's just put him next to this guy. Okay, and set active. Might as well put them next to each other too. Okay, and then if mHovered window is already window, then just ignore. And if we have a hovered window now, and we're changing the hovered window, then we need to send an event to the previously hovered window. Post message mHovered window. We have to make a new message. And we'll call it a leave. We'll call it a leave, I guess. Leave event. I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's good. And then mHovered window is window. Oh, if there is a window, actually. Otherwise, null putter. And then we'll do the same, but instead of a leave event, we send an enter event. Oopsie doopsie. Damn, how did I do that? Oh, okay. Yeah, and then we're going to need to actually create those types of messages. So call them like, let's call them mouse enter and mouse leave actually, because that's better. Since, I mean, it follows sort of the scheme of these guys I have here, mouse move, mouse down, and so on. Mouse enter, mouse leave. Okay, that's better. So now we know who is the we know the hovered window, and now we need to actually send that stuff to the client, because we're still in the Windows server. So now we need to notify the client that that some entering or leaving took place. And I was thinking, like, do we want to provide the coordinates? And I guess it would be polite to at least provide the coordinates with this thing. WS, where do we end up with this? Is mouse event. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to add it here. Mouse enter, or yeah, if it's a mouse event, then we use that somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, and then we're gonna send that to the window. This window. Wait, hold on. Let me just verify that I'm not being stupid here. Okay, let's forget about the coordinate stuff for now, and let's just go ahead and hook everything up, and then we can worry about that other stuff later. So in WS window, where we receive a message here, then we're going to want to translate that into a server message for the client. So mouse enter. Yeah, there'll just be notification messages from now. It would be cool if they actually had more info, but currently they don't, so whatever. Okay, and then in G window, and now we're in the GUI library in the client, and I guess we'll be in. Oh, hold on, we're going to be in the G event loop first. Oh, hold on. Yeah. What am I looking for? Handle mouse event. Yeah, here we are. Case. Just doing a little bit of translation between the different types and stuff. Yeah, so we're going to want to create like this new type of event called GWidget mouse event and GWidget mouse leave. That's cool. Oops, that's not how you do that. Okie dokie. That's down. Okay. And we'll add mouse enter and mouse leave. And currently these guys will only be sent to the window, right? So they're not going to be going to widgets, and I think that's okay because we can just use these. We we can use these at the window level to implement the hovering. That's fine for now. Event. Let's see. GWindow, if it is a mouse event, right? Maybe we should, I'm thinking maybe we should think of these differently here, actually. Let's not consider those mouse events here, actually, and let's do something like mouse entered window, mouse left window. Let's call it window entered even. Because now I'm starting to just feel like this, it would make more sense to not have these be treated as mouse events. Because I want the regular mouse event stuff to just handle this. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit differently. Window entered. So I'm going to let these just be notifications instead. Okay. Oh man, so much backtracking. Okay, we're almost back up to date. Window left. Okay. Yeah. That's nicer. Okay. And then in GWindow, we are going to get these guys here. Oh, wait, let's finish the GEvent loop code, actually, because we didn't implement this guy. Yeah, this guy's going to look like that. And we'll say oh damn, I forgot an ampersand there. Oops. Okay. So let's see, message. Server message type. Okay. Now we are finally posting the thing to the GWindow, so we can go here and receive it in GWindow Event. Now we're in the GUI library in the client in the GWindow class, and on the server side, the WS window has sent us an event that the event loop plumbed through to us, and now we get to react to it. Okay. Window entered. Okay, so I guess window entered, we can just kind of ignore that for a moment, and then we can say in window left, we would say set hover widget null cover. And then maybe we can give the window a concept of a hovered widget. Put here. Okay. Yeah, I'm hovered widget, right. Oh, and we're gonna need a helper for that too. Let's just add these because I'm sure we're gonna need these someday. Okay, and then so we're gonna give GWindow a concept of a hovered widget. If widget is the same as mHovered widget, and ignore. Otherwise, if mHovered widget. Yeah, so this becomes very similar to what we were doing in the Windows server. So let's see. Did we post events in here? Yeah, right. So we're doing like these kind of things. Oops. Dang, why do I keep doing that? Okay. Focus in, mouse, enter. Okay, so these are going to be widget enter events, which will be different from window enter events. Okay. And actually, we should be posting a leave event for the thing we are unhovering. And then we do the same thing again. We send an enter event to the newly hovered widget. Okay. We're still not calling this anywhere, but at least we're getting everything set up. I'll put these guys down here somewhere. Yeah. And then where do we actually send this? Yeah, so this is where we do the mouse event. We do hit testing here to figure out like which widget should receive the current mouse event, and I guess we can say that like whoever receives the current mouse event is also the currently hovered widget. That's cool. Okay, and then in GWidget, let's go ahead and add some cool like enter event. Oh wait, hold on. Should we call this hover event? No, I like enter event today. I don't know why. Enter event and leave event. Okay, and we can add some dummy implementations here. That let do nothing, and we gotta call these. So let's just call these here. Oh, hold on. Let's put it at the very bottom. So this is the dispatcher that dispatches the event to a virtual function based on the event type. So let's see, enter event. Very handy. Oh goodness, this is going so far with no testing. And then in GButton, we're going to want to implement the enter and leave events. So that we can change the style based on that. So I already have this mHovered boolean here that changes the style of the button, I think. Hopefully, I have never tested it, obviously, because I could never detect if we were hovering over it. But now I can go and update that. So let's see. Oopsie. Okay. mHovered is true. Update. Okay. Oh my gosh. I feel optimistic. Except I didn't get my password right, but whatever. Wait, there was some fall through there. The GEvent loop. I saw something suspicious. Oh, well, it was harmless, but okay. It compiled? Does it work? It's not gonna work. Come on, man. Dude, it totally works. Very, very cool. Okay. Look at that. Wow. That's a very cute effect, actually. Wow, it's like I'm right back in time there with Office 97. When it came out, I was so impressed by the cool bar. That is very, very nice. You just see that we're not burning through CPU doing this effect. It's just a customary. But it's probably from the alpha blending. It's a little bit high. Let's just check that we're not like doing something really crazy. Let's see, G window. Okay. Let's just print out when we change the hovered widget. Let's make it. And then we can just see that at least we're not doing like excessive amounts of widget switching or something like that. Although I don't see how that would be happening because it's only get triggered on the enter or leave events. But let's just like triple check. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in. I'm calling it, but it's okay. I'm calling it for every mouse event, but that's okay because it's going to do nothing. It's a no-op in the case where it's just setting the same thing. That's okay. That's okay. All right. All right. So it works. Yeah, because it's gonna get swallowed here. Okay, so let's look at our patch. G button enter event and leave event to change the state of the button so that we can repaint it with M hovered being set. Yeah, adding those virtuals there through G button, adding the two event types, entering and leaving the window, and entering and leaving the widget, keeping those separated. Okay, and then in the G event loop, we're in the GUI in the client here, dispatching the event to the window. And then in GWidget, we dispatch the G event to the correct virtual function in GWidget. Here in GWindow, whenever we get a mouse event, then we consider the receiver of that mouse event to be the new hovered widget. I think that's cool. And then when we get a an event that we've left the window, then we unhover. But there's one thing here that I'm not checking. I'm not checking that the stuff where, like, if you leave the window, I'm not checking that actually works. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. You just speed out of there. Uh-huh. So, wait, hold on. When does it actually change? Choof. You go over another window? Yeah, when you go over another window, then it updates. But if you go up here to the menu, nothing happens. If you go down here, nothing happens. If you go in the file manager, boom. Okay, so that's not good enough. Why is it like that? Let's find out. Maybe this window manager. Set hovered window. Oh, yeah, right. Because if it's null footer, then we should allow unsetting the hovered window here. Like, so if the window manager mouse event processing determines that there was no window receiving that event, then we should just pass that null footer through to set hovered window, clearing the hovered window, and we will end up with the effect that we want. But let's have a look at that again. Okay. Oof. Yeah, much better. Okay, that is pretty dandy. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and say that's pretty cool. And is there anything questionable in here? I feel like this was very straightforward. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and commit this and say implement enter leave events and use these that's not visible. Yeah, Windows learn and the mouse cursor leaves enters. Use this to implement GWidget. Use that to implement toolbar buttons. Perfect. All right, very cool. Just gonna look at it one more time. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so I think that about concludes the video today. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.